Hello there, welcome to Richard Taunton Sixth Form College. My name's Marie Story and I'm one of the law teachers here. I'm going to spend the next few moments explaining BTEC Applied Law qualification. So why study law? Well, law is everywhere and affects everything that we do. So whether you want to become a solicitor or a barrister or go a different career, having just a little bit of legal knowledge is incredibly useful. So this is considered to be a single subject, therefore you will need to take two other subjects to go alongside the law course. Subjects that go well with law are criminology, sociology, psychology, and we also have students who study business and some on the health and social care course. If you have friends and family that have recently completed this course, they may have said that it is assessed 100% by coursework, and until this year that was true. However, the specification has now changed, which means the assessment is 50% internal and 50% external. The external assessment is not a big, scary exam, but a controlled assessment in January. If you don't quite achieve the grade that you need, though, then you'll have another option to retake the assessment in the summer. You'll be given a situation or a scenario about a week before the assessment date, where you'll be able to research the law. The notes you make, you'll be able to take into the assessment with you the following week. You'll complete the controlled assessment, most probably in the usual classroom, so you'll be familiar with the environment, and by that point you'll have lots of practice. So you should feel fairly confident at this stage when you sit the assessment. As for the entry requirements, we're looking for at least 5 GCSEs, grade 4 and above, in particular English language. Okay, so this is quite important, the English language aspect. So over the 2 years, you'll cover 4 major topics, 2 in both years. During the first year, Unit 1, you'll learn how different civil disputes can be resolved. This includes looking at the different courts and personnel for civil cases. You'll quickly learn about the different sources of legal advice, the cost of this and how it might be funded. Then you will learn about the tort of negligence and develop the skill of applying the law to given situations. Your knowledge is assessed externally through a controlled assessment in the January, and as I said previously, if you don't quite achieve the grade you need at that point, you will have a retake opportunity later in the summer. The second unit is internally assessed with 2 quite large assignments. In this unit, you learn about investigating aspects of criminal law and the legal system, looking at the criminal courts and then the different personnel that work within them. So you learn about how laws are made, and later on you go and learn about the key elements of crime and sentencing for non-fatal offences. So this is all a really good foundation for the second year, where you start to apply the law in more detail. The first unit in the second year looks at the laws relating to homicide. So this is your murder and your manslaughter. Students really enjoy this topic and they tend to find it rather interesting. For those who are studying criminology and psychology, they really benefit as there's quite a bit of a crossover between the subjects. Students also learn about the different property offences, for example, theft and burglary. And then finally, in this unit, students learn about the different police powers, including stop and search and powers of arrest. The unit is assessed externally in January again, but there's also the resit opportunity later in the summer term. And the final unit is likely to be family law. So students learn about who people can marry and who they can't marry, and the law governing divorce and maintenance. And this again is internally assessed. So that be an assignment that you'll need to complete. So whilst you're studying BTEC law, there are a number of skills that students develop throughout the course. The first one is the most obvious really, and that's legal knowledge. We learn about the courts, the personnel, and various laws. But with this knowledge, you will receive plenty of practice to apply the legal knowledge to lots of different scenarios. And many of them are true case studies, so you get a real taste of legal situations and how they might be dealt with by the courts. And with this legal knowledge and application, you'll develop your analytical and evaluation skills learning quickly. This is a brilliant transferable skill, as you will have the confidence to quickly form opinions and make judgments based on real facts and knowledge. In order to do this, all of this, you will quickly develop your research skills. So instead of relying on reading or teachers to provide you with all the information, you will be expected to research a good bit of the role yourself. So the college has a fantastic online library with all the textbooks to download that has access to lots of different legal journals and articles for you to research to develop the legal knowledge and understanding. The online library is a real asset to the college because you can access this from college at home, which has been really useful in recent times for obvious reasons. And lastly, but probably not least, it's pointless having all this legal knowledge unless you can communicate this effectively. So you'll develop your confidence to speak and debate in class, learn how to write formal correspondence to clients, and develop your academic skills by writing large assignments and controlled assessments. You will learn how to explain the law in a straightforward way, being methodical in your application of the law into given situations, and have the confidence to analyse and evaluate the law in order to form an overall judgment or give your opinion. So the college has a varied enrichment programme for all students. However, for law students, you'll have access to more specific, subject-specific activities, and these include, they're not exhaustive by any means, it's not the only thing, but these include the College of Law coming in and running workshops for students. And recently, they ran workshops on how to become a solicitor and barrister, but one of the more interesting workshops is the murder case file, where you need details of the murder case and you decide whether they're guilty or not, having heard all the evidence. As a law student, you also have the opportunity to attend the Behind Bars conference. But not all colleges actually provide this. So this is the real benefit to joining the course here at Richard Taunton. Joining the conference takes a purpose to meet with students, telling their stories about their crimes. And last year we had someone charged and convicted of murder, so we had Adrian Rivers, a drug dealer and a convicted fraudster. Students really get the opportunity to spend more time with the offenders in smaller groups to ask them more detailed questions, and it really is a highlight of the academic year. It is really fascinating. It's a brilliant thing. The college has numerous links with solicitors that we found locally. A number of them provide work experience and mentor schemes for budding solicitors and barristers. If this is your chosen profession, this is an excellent opportunity to gain invaluable experience for MCP and the UCAS application. So in terms of progression, you can go to university, obviously. You can study law, criminology, business. We've had students go on to study nursing, midwifery, but it's a good, solid qualification to go on to university. In terms of careers, it's the ones you'd expect really, becoming a solicitor, legal executive, barrister, perhaps join the police. You could work in human resources in a big organisation, the civil service. The list is endless, it really is. It's such a well-respected course that employers really value the qualification and the skills that you develop over the 2 years that you're studying this. So that's about it really. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough. That's about it really. I'm not really sure what else I can tell you. All the law teachers here at the college are qualified teachers with law degrees. Not all law teachers have law degrees, so do keep this in mind when visiting different colleges. Some of us have actually worked in law firms and we have first-hand experience of defending criminals, for example, murderers and paedophiles. Okay, so we come with some real knowledge, first-hand knowledge, and we can bring the law to life because of this. Please contact the college if you've got any more questions or if you want to know more about the course. And hopefully later in the year there'll be a live open evening. So do please pop along and search for the law department to come in and say that we have a chat with this. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in September. So goodbye, take care.